Welcome to the Salton Sea. This place is an ecological disaster of sorts. Anna, you've been saying you wanted to go to the seashore. Well, here you are.
That's not exactly what I had in mind. It smells like fish market on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, well, this place is a hot mess. I'll tell you that. We're going to give you a little history of this place and what it was once back in the day. We'll show you some sights and some scenes, take some videos and do some commentary. But thanks for joining us on Beers and Frontiers, and stick around. We'll show you some stuff. I tell you, they say the California beaches are really crowded. Well, this is one that's not. If you want to come to the beach and have the beach all to yourself, come to the Salton Sea. There's nobody out here. I mean, for good reason. You look at this place, from afar, and even some of the videos, it looks beautiful. When you're looking out at the ocean, or, well, the sea, it's not an ocean, it's a sea. It's really picturesque. But you get down here, it smells. It's really bad. There's a lot of toxicity, butchering that word, in the water, and there's a lot of chemicals and I think a lot of pesticides that cause this situation. The sea levels were really high back in the in the 50s, but over the years with drought and whatnot, it's caused the sea level to go really down, really low, and because of all the crap that's in the water, it's really made it unlivable. You can't swim in it. You can't fish there. It's just there, man. It's desert shores. This portion of the Salton Sea. If you've ever played the game Grand Theft Auto, they use this as one of the fictitious settings. I think they called it Sandy Shores. But here we are. We're going to take a look around. So, I'm telling you, man, this place is it once was great, but now it's not. And we're going to poke around a little bit, show you some stuff. You can, draw your own conclusions, make your own impressions of what you think you see. So, anyway, we'll press on. We're going to get down towards the shore. All right, so if you look at the video of my screen here, it shows these canals that are supposed to be full of water, but they're not. We're going to show you what they actually look like. This is what you see, and we're going to show you what you get here in a moment. I don't know if you can see, but behind me there's a SOS. I believe save our sea, and I don't know what could be done with this place. I mean, let me just give you a little history. I think in the early 1900s it was created by the overrun of the Colorado River. Just overflowed and just filled this land, this valley, and it just became a sea. The sea rose, and by the 50s this was the destination for tourists and celebrities alike. I mean, Frank Sinatra played here. I mean, come on, the Beach Boys. I mean, Sinatra's dead, but the Beach Boys are bands like that, or acts like that, are nowhere to be found here today. So, but yeah, in the 50s, this was the spot. This is where people would come to. But by the 70s, it was starting to fall apart, and in the 80s, it was kind of gone. I think in 1980s, it just shut down completely. So, what happened was a lot of over farming, and I guess the military chemicals had caused the water to get so toxic that it's dead now. So nobody comes here. It's a disaster. I'm going to show you these canals here in a minute here that used to be full of water. Now you can look at the bottom, all you can just see is just toxic water. It's sad. All right, so let's get a look up here. Look at that. That used to be a canal of water, and they're all over the place here. It's horrible. They used to serve cocktails here. Now you get a chemical cocktail. It's a shame. Salton Sea, you're a mess. So they say the big problem with the sea was the drought. Dropped the levels to the levels they are right now, to where there was so much chemicals coming to the surface. The sea is only like 50 feet deep in its deepest part. To put it into perspective, Lake Tahoe is about 1,500 feet. So this is what happens when the sea level gets too low. You got all those chemicals and the pesticides. Just turn into a disaster. Hey, Las Vegas, take notice, man. That Lake Mead's dropping. Someday, no one's gonna want to come to our city, because it's gonna be like this. Look around. I don't know. Anybody listening? I don't know. But it's sad. I mean, from behind me, it looks beautiful, but you can't really tell from the camera what I'm seeing. It's sad. Salton Sea, not really liking it. So speaking of droughts, Las Vegas, take notice. You know, Frank Sinatra played here once too. Just saying. All right, so, I mean, I don't want to try to be all negative and all. I'm not an environmentalist by the furthest imagination, but it's kind of really a great example of what happens when land is mismanaged. So, you know, but I'm going to try to end on a high note. They are trying to make a comeback here at the Salton Sea. They are trying to do stuff with this place. I'm actually on the North Shore right now. I came around the whole sea, where they're trying to do some revitalization. So, the Yacht Club. I'll show you a picture of that now, what they're trying to do out here. Looks kind of really picturesque back behind me. But the Yacht Club, this is where Frank Sinatra played back in the 50s. So, I mean, you think about it, you know, the 50s this place was jamming, rocking, but by the 80s everybody had gone, you know. All that's really left around the whole Salton Sea is just a smattering of residents, people kind of clinging on to a bit of hope. Maybe it'll come back. SOS, remember, save our sea. You never know, we'll see. All right. I'll give you some more views here of what's gone wrong here. As you can see here, we're right on the shore, on the North Shore right now. Some old structure. I don't know what this may have been back in the day. Maybe it was, you know, a cafe or something. People would come and have a cocktail and, you know, maybe eat some pizza. Try to cool off from the sun. But now, it's just abandoned. Like much of the Salton Sea, just abandoned. And this is kind of really what's left, you know. So, I mean, I'll show you the revitalization, what they're trying to do here on the North Shore, and trying to get, I mean, people back here. But the fact of the matter is, as long as that water is still polluted, people aren't going to come back. I mean, you can come back to look at it, but you know, you can't put the kids in the water. You don't want your dog in the water. This used to be called the Salton Sink, and then it became the Salton Sea. I guess when it filled up, it became the sea, and I think it's going back to being a sink, to tell you the truth. I mean, this was once a beautiful, vibrant resort. I mean, let me pan over around here. So earlier I had said that Sinatra had played at that yacht club, but I really believe it was this place that he played out here. This is Bombay Beach. So just think about it, man. Sinatra was here. That's impressive. I mean, I don't think they could get Carrot Top to come out here these days. So we're currently cooling off now inside the Bombay Inn. So it's middle of the day. I'm cooling down with an 805. So enjoy. So apparently we have found a diamond in the rough. This place, the Bombay Inn. It's in Bombay Beach. Apparently I've been told by a few of the locals here that Anthony Bourdain actually ate at this cafe that we're at, and he raved about the patty melt. So of course I'm going to have to try the patty melt, and I'll let you know how it turned out. But I'm looking forward to that. So it's been a day of disappointments, but I'm excited about this. All right, so we're going to wrap up our video. You know, we're out here at the Bombay Beach, the end of the tour for the Salton Sea. That patty melt they had was good. I mean, I don't know what Anthony Bourdain was raving about, but I did like it. So maybe not the best in the world, but it was a good one. So that was positive. But overall, Anna, what would you say your impressions are of the Salton Sea?
At some point it probably was really nice, but now it's dying, so not a place to visit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to come out here and check it out, but you know, it's definitely not a tourist spot anymore, or a place to spend a weekend or a week vacation, that's for sure. But anyway, that's all we have. Cheers from Beers for Tears, and we'll see you again next time.